What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition of WellCents Live. I am your host, Nicholas Adams, and I am guested by two very special people, Stuart Skolted, Brian Jazarinsky. How you guys doing today?
We are good. How about yourself, Nick? How are we doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a new year. It's a new me, 2024, NFP WellCents. We're just really going to be taking over the world, and it starts with going live on social media with our new adventure. But without further ado, there's no point wasting any time. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about the markets, guys. It's a new year. I want to know from the pros what's going on with the market.
Well,
Stuart, lead the way.
Speaking of New Year's and you know, it's the time of the year, people are always talking about New Year's resolutions, you know, drink a little less, lose a little more weight. I mean, Nick, I'll throw a question at you. I don't know if this is a faux pas to ask the interviewer, but what money New Year's resolutions do you have? Do you have any financial New Year's resolutions as we head into 2024?
Oh, man. Other than have a big pot of gold at the end of the year, that would be really great. We're going to Italy, so we're going to be budgeting for that over the next few months. So that's kind of a forefront of what we have going on. But other than that, you know, just trying to make sure we have that safety establishing emergency funds, just going through the motions. Since I teach it, it's so important to me to be it. You know what I mean? I can't just sit there and tell people, establish an emergency fund, get your credit card to under 30% and all this stuff, and then I don't do it. So it's a big goal for me to make sure that I practice what I preach when I'm selling it this year. What about you guys?
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know if you guys are doing it. It's dry January, right? I mean, everyone's doing dry January, aren't they?
I'm not. I'm doing cut
I didn't get the memo on that one.
Yeah, so when it gets dry, the productivity tends to go down a little bit, and it's just kind of how it goes, believe it or not. But Santa Claus rally, and we got an election year ahead of us, so that's gonna churn things up a little bit. We'll see what happens. Interest rates still stay at the highest they've been in 24 years. We got some projected cuts from the Fed coming up this year. Is that more political? We don't know. It's soon to be seen. We'll find out as we get there, but it's probably going to be another up and down year like we had last year. So strap in for the ride, but it's going to be another roller coaster like last year for sure.
I mean, the good news is with rates going down, I think if you're, one of the people that was maybe sidelined a little bit with looking to buy property, whether you're an investor in real estate, whether you're trying to buy your first home, obviously rates going down gives a little bit more of a cushion for some people's budgets. So it will remain to be seen if that, kind of neutralizes over time. Like Brian said, with the Fed cutting things back, maybe rates go a little bit lower in the short term, but that'll definitely mean the real estate market will probably pick up steam. So still a hot time to buy property, that's for sure.
Yeah, my wife's a real estate agent, and she keeps saying, now's the time to buy. And I'm the skeptical one. I'm like, yeah, but the interest rates are, and she's like, it doesn't matter. They could go higher, and when they go lower, there's going to be a bidding war. So you might end up paying more for your house in the long run anyways with that. So I'm just frustrated with the whole thing. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to, it's funny that you're the pros and I'm the bum, but I'm the one hosting the show. It should not be reversed here.
Housing market's wild. Nobody wants to leave their mortgage at 3% and go buy something at 7-8%. And then nobody wants to do it and risk the possibility they might not be able to refinance in a year or two and get that payment cut in half by getting back down to a 3 or 4 if we'll ever get back down there again. So it's a tough call, but certainly to your wife's point, the negotiation power certainly shifted from the seller to the buyer in the last year. There's certainly more negotiation power. If rates do end up dropping 2-3 times this year, like they said they're supposed to, who knows? It's probably going to shift back a little bit. To your point, the sellers are going to have a little bit more leverage at that point.
Now, I want to shift focus real quick. A lot of times I'm asked about HSAs. You know, it's kind of a hot topic, especially right now. Are they valuable? Do you recommend them? And for people that have an employer that has an HSA, but they're not in the plan, what would you say to that person if you were going to ask them? Stuart, we'll start with you.
Yeah, definitely got to sign up for HSAs. I think that the thing to remember with HSAs, health savings accounts, I know we're using the acronym HSA is what you hear referred to a lot of the time, triple tax savings. So tax deductible when it goes in, tax free if you use it for qualified medical expenses. Then if you don't use it and you're of retirement age, it's tax free as retirement income. So kind of that triple tax savings, almost like a Roth functionality in retirement, is something you want to take advantage of. I'm a big believer in HSAs through a high deductible health plan. I use one personally for my family. Brian, I'll kick it over to you. Maybe share some additional thoughts.
Yeah, look, and the two biggest detriment for wealth creation is number one, not saving and investing, which is Captain Obvious. Number two is taxation. So any investments you can use to get around taxation, and what Stuart was saying, pre-tax going in, tax-free going out, there's really no other vehicle that exists in easy access to be able to do that. To Stuart's point, I maxed out our HSA or my HSA for our family. It's a phenomenal tool to get taxation benefits and growth and grow your wealth. A lot of people also think that just because they have one, they have to spend it. You can also store up receipts and use it for retirement income down the line, as Stuart was talking about. That's a more integrated type planning technique, but certainly their goal. The only time I would tell someone where they really don't make sense is if you haven't done an HSA and you just became accessible to one, and there's a lot of medical things going on and you're planning to use it, then it becomes less advantageous. But for nine out of 10 Americans, it's something you want to make sure you check off that box and get enrolled.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. This is our first test run. We're going to be doing a lot more live events. Make sure you join us February 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern, the WellCents quarterly show hosted by these two gentlemen, the best in the business as far as wealth manager goes. We're going to be talking all things. It's basically a live Q&A. If you haven't had the opportunity to join it, we're going to be live for the first time ever streaming on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, their personal pages, the WellCents pages. So it's a really exciting time. We already have over 400 people registered for it. So we're looking really forward to it. Do you have any parting words for everyone? Where can they find you on social media? Other than LinkedIn, do you guys do anything else, or are you just LinkedIn guys?
I'm a LinkedIn man myself, but I'll see everybody on the in February. Really excited to have another great turnout, get the engagement going. It's been great working with everybody for the last couple of years, and we're off to a great start in 2024.
Yeah, you can find me on the old Facebook and the Insta. I'm not too active. I tended to waste too much time than was good over the years, so I kind of shut it down in recent years. But never got on the talk, but I got the basics. So you can. There's lots of ways to get a hold of me as well.
And you might find Brian's old MySpace somewhere too. There might be a MySpace to dig up for Brian.
No, you're not that old, are you? You're still cool because you called it Insta instead of Instagram.
That's right.
So you still got your stuff. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We will return February 7th with the WellCents quarterly show. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much.